it's Chloe and we're back with another video. You guys, listen. Okay, so Ready to Love season 5 or 4, who knows? Okay, they want to say it's 4 or 5. Who knows at this point? Okay, Ready to Love can't get their seasons together, but that's not the point. The point is the reunion. Okay, the reunion is the point. And when I say that this reunion was giving me everything that I need, it was giving me everything that I need. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you the best part of this reunion. The best part of this reunion was the fact that it had nothing to do with what was going on the actual show. I mean, of course, it was like centered around that, but it feels like everything that was being questioned and asked was about what was happening outside of what we got to see. And to be honest with you, I was here for it. Okay, now listen, some people don't like the mess. Some people don't like the ratchet. Some people don't like the drama. But honey, I am one of those people who enjoy all of it. Every last bit of it. I enjoy the love. I enjoy the mess. I enjoy the drama. I enjoy the dramatics of it all. I enjoy it. So I'm excited for this review. Can you guys tell? Can you tell? Okay, let's get it. Let's get into it. Y'all, it opens up and Tommy tells us that he has the vid. Okay, got the Rona. He out for the count. He looks well. He does look a little tired, like he need to go take a nap. Okay, and I experienced that. My symptoms wasn't as bad. Okay, I had like really bad sore throat. I was just tired a lot, but like overall, I was doing well. Okay, so I can understand what he mean by he feels well and you know he's about to go rest and he gonna watch the show with us. Okay, good for you, Tommy. Watch the show with us because let me tell you something. I am here for the fact that because Tommy, I feel like is very invested in the show and those are his singles that he picked and things like that. I feel like he likes to interject a lot and don't give the cast the time to say what they need to say. And in this case, child, okay, Tanika, she let the cast say what the cast needed to say. And I was here for every last bit of it. Now listen, Tanika Ray is the host of the reunion for this season. And I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her, not one bit at all. Because she did let some of the like bickering happen that I feel like Tommy would not let happen, okay? The man in him is just not here for the drama and the mess, you know? But the woman in Tanika was like, what? Who? When? Play that back. Play that back. And I was here for every last bit of it. Now, okay. All the women, I will say, looked absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, the dresses. I love Momi's dress. I love Sydney's dress. I love the yellow on Camille, even though y'all know Camille gets on my last nerve and I want to tussle with her, okay? But her yellow against that brown melanin skin looks so good, okay? But overall, all the women look fine. The only thing that was bothering me a little bit was the makeup, okay? The shades were not doing what the shades supposed to be doing. But I would think that you would expect for on TV to get it right. But then you got to think about the fact that, you know, Oprah did sell most of the company. And you know, her and Tyler Perry is best friends. So the fact that Tyler Perry can't get the wigs right makes sense that, you know, we can't get the makeup right. I mean, it's just not, it just all adds up to me, okay? Now, the foolery of it all is the men. The men is what bothered me the most through this whole, you know, Cash dress up situation, okay? Frank with the boots. Y'all saw the boots? Okay. Okay. Cornelius with the, what was that? Because it wasn't a suit. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't it. Okay. It just was not it. Child, I don't know who dressed you. I don't know who picked it out for you. I don't know who told you that that was a go, but it was not a go. And Camille, you should have did better if that's your man. You should have told him that that wasn't given what it was supposed to be given. That's all you should have did, but you didn't do that. You didn't do that because I feel like deep down inside, you wanted us to not even think that the man looked attractive in the suit because that's the one that you let him come out in. Okay. Carrington, is that Carrington with the blonde hair, child? Why? Was that Carrington? I'm not sure because I can't tell if that was him or not. I feel like that was him because we got, you know, glimpse, like real fast glimpse of who was in the blonde hair. And I feel like it was Carrington, but it was a no. It was definitely a no. So it was the men that was bothering me the most, okay? We start off this reunion with our Curveballs, okay? So we're going to get to Sydney, but we got to start with Sean because Sean went home, chat. Like I told Tommy, your curveball when it comes to Sean was wiggity whack, 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 okay? It did not land the way you thought that ball was supposed to land. And you know, the women were saying that they felt like he ain't had no job or whatever the case may be, and I played the part in it, okay? But anyway, we get to watch Sean's journey. We get to see him, you know, interacting with Sabrina. We get to see him interacting with Aisha. And when Tasia told him that he was going home, he was like, hallelujah. Okay, so everybody was like, hallelujah? What was you praising the Lord for? Tanika said, what was you praising the Lord for? He said he felt like it was precious to find something that was not there for him. And he was not going to compromise this time what he wanted, which is having children. And as we know, a lot of the women don't want children. So I felt like in all retrospect, yeah, Sean didn't need to go there. Sean needed to go home and go find him somebody who wanted some kids because the woman up here didn't want no kids, which makes sense. I mean, it only makes sense. So although you did not find your love on Ready to Love, child, you still won't find love. Half the people up here ain't found love, okay? So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad at all, okay? Sabrina does apologize to Sean because she feels like, you know, her family's a little rough with him, okay? They was dragging him, okay? They was like slicing him and dicing him until they saw blood. And that's exactly what happened, okay? And he was like, you know, that was a bit much, you know? But Sabrina apologized because, you know, she just felt like they didn't understand what she was trying to get from them when it came to him because they didn't even give that man a chance. Not even this much of a chance. But Sabrina, you did that. You did that because I remember the episode when you basically told them that he was the one that was saying he didn't want to hurt you and all these other things. Like, you set that up. You set that up, Sabrina. I remember, okay? But either way, you apologize, so I'm gonna let you slide with that, okay? And I'm happy that you two are still in a good place. Sean doesn't have no bad feelings, and neither does Sabrina. All right, y'all. So let's get to Sydney. Now, y'all, Sydney was a curveball that was like, you know, she hit. When she hit, and she hit her, okay? We get to see Sydney's journey, and we get to, you know, see her interactions with Phil and Frank, okay? When they saw her, when she came out, they was like, whew, whew. And I was like, okay, now, we reliving the moment. We reliving the moment for Frank. Oh, okay. Because y'all know Frank wanted Sydney all along. But anyway, so in Sydney's clips, we get to see, you know, the wetting of the whistle, the passionate kiss between her and Phil. We get to see how much of a smitten kitten she was, okay? And how, you know, it was coming down to a hard choice between Frank and Phil for Sydney. But ultimately, you know, she had to make her decision, and her decision was Phil. Now, when Sydney and Phil are on the couch, y'all, they was all lovey-dovey with each other. They was all close and personal, and I was kind of liking it. I don't know. I was really here for Phil and Sydney this episode. It wasn't like they were forcing it or trying too hard, but it just came off as genuine to me, okay? When Tanika asked them were they dating exclusively, you know, Phil was like, I am dating this woman exclusively. I said, ooh, let it be known, okay? She also asked them, what about engagement? Like, what's going on? Y'all gonna get married? Like, put a ring on it? You know, what's going on? Sydney's not uncomfortable with that. Phil says, look, I don't got no problem getting a girlfriend. I said, I'm sure you don't. And I'm dating with the intent. So, of course, that's like, you know, part of the plan. And I said, so we gonna get a wedding or what? Like, can I come? I want to see it. I do. But I am happy to see that they are still together and they are actually in a committed relationship. And they're trying to figure out if the next step for them is marriage. And I'm happy for them, okay? If they happy, I'm happy. Now, y'all, it's time to get into Camille. Camille's personalities, okay? Camille's faces. Okay, Camille's everything, okay? And I'm just like, I hate the fact that they make her seem like she's the it girl when, like, in all actuality, she's just not it, okay? You know how Roland Ray said, I just came back from the dead, and they told me, you still ain't that girl. That's how I feel like, Camille. You still ain't that girl. But anyway, we start playing back, you know, Camille's journey. And we get some unseen footages. It comes to find out that Camille has multi-personalities disorder. Okay, let me not speak that on that girl, but she said that she got an Olivia that Dante met at one point, and she got a Shay Shay. And I said, a Shay Shay, child, I'm gonna need you to do better names, okay? Sasha Fierce, do better, pick better names for your alter egos or whatever, okay? Olivia is the emotional side, and Shay Shay is her it's her firecracker side. I said, so then who the heck is Camille if Shay Shay's the firecracker? Who's Camille? Y'all, when Tanika came back, Tanika said, so I'm just gonna ask you now, Camille, who we talking to? Who we talking to so I could just know, I could be prepared for what's happening, okay? Camille said, you're talking to me, okay? I went to therapy, okay? I'm on my meds. I don't have those personalities. I prayed them away. I said, Jesus, this girl's really crazy, like in real life. It's giving very crazy in real life, okay? But anyway, the whole time we're watching this and we see Camille sitting there, you know, talking about her multi-personalities disorder and, you know, her facial expressions and how she's dramatic or whatever the case may be. Cornelius is just sitting there looking stupid. And it's really bothering me, the fact that he's not bothered. Like, sir, you should be completely bothered. Why are you not what is going on in your brain that's making you not bothered? Just curious, Are you crazy too? Is that what it is? That must be what it is. Now, Tanika asked them that they move in together because obviously they together, okay? Cornelia said, no, we're taking it slow. I said, child, you know she got you trapped in that basement. Okay, we know she got you trapped in that basement. Don't lie to us, okay? Don't lie to us, but y'all moving slow. I can't tell if the slow is moving. I can't tell. While they sitting there talking, Camille tried to tell us that it's the editing that make her look crazy and possessive. Child, I said, really? But then Sabrina said what we all was thinking. Ain't that much editing in the world. I said, thank you, Sabrina. Thank you. I'm glad somebody said what needs to be said. Child, I'm going to need you to chill out with this. It's the editing. It's the editing. It's always the editing. How come you the only one talking about the editing? Out of all these 20 people that was in this daggone cast, you the only one who was dealing with the editing. It's the editing. But okay. Camille really just irked my nerve because she basically was saying, you know, I'm a theater major, so I'm just dramatic. Aren't I entertaining? Like, aren't I entertaining? I'm entertaining, right? I'm very entertaining. And I'm like, you want people to say, yeah? You was waiting for the imaginary audience back to be like, yeah, girl, ha ha. Entertaining. It didn't happen. It wasn't going to happen because even if they were there, you weren't entertaining. You were annoying as hell. There's a difference between entertainment and just being plain on annoying. And that's what you were. Annoying, not entertaining. Let's make that very, very clear, okay? Tanika asks, you know, anybody, y'all got anything y'all want to say? Nobody said nothing, okay? Nobody had nothing they wanted to say. No questions to ask. They didn't care, okay? So then she pointed out Sabrina specifically and said, Sabrina, so what do you think about their relationship? Sabrina said, what they do is their business. It has nothing to do with me unless they're paying my mortgage, my car note, putting groceries in my fridge. Other than that, I can care less what they do. It's irrelevant to me. And I said, I'm going to tell y'all one thing, okay? Between Sabrina and Aisha, I got my whole life, my whole entire life together, okay? Because the girls did not come to play and they said what needed to be said, okay? After Sabrina said, you know, it's irrelevant. They tried to cut the break, okay? And Aisha was on the sideline and she was like, but she not going to address that though, right? She not going to address that. And I was like, oh, Aisha said not a break. We not going to break. I got something to say. Tanika's like, address what? Address what? She was like, about how she's very aggressive. About how she was very aggressive through this whole thing. And I said, Aisha is ready, child. She was on go. And this is when I knew that this reunion was going to get very messy, okay? From Sabrina's monologue, from Aisha's after cut to break monologue, I said, yeah, the girls are about to have a fight, okay? But I enjoyed it, and I'm going to tell you why. And we're going to get to it, but I'm going to tell you why I enjoyed it. And I know it may sound childish, right? But all that energy that Camille and Zadie was giving to Aisha on that front porch when they was basically like bullying her and attacking her and like all double teaming her, Camille needs that. She needs that so she can know what it feels like. Because like they said, she was being a bully, basically, okay? Okay. When we come from break, they got this new setup. And now, y'all, I am here for the new setup of it all. I love the fact that we get to see certain cast members in the back, okay, talking and putting their little input on the side, because it gives us a real authentic reaction to what's happening, as opposed to them, you know, all sitting on the stage and it's like, I gotta be quiet, I gotta contain myself, because they need to like pay attention and be able to hear through the production of it all. I love it. I absolutely love it, okay, because I want to be Carrie in the back with my popcorn, but, you know, I was Chloe in my room with my wine, okay? Now it's time to get into Tyrone's, you know, process, okay? And how, you know, he basically kicked Carrie to the curb for Shiloh, okay? Shiloh's not there, might I add, and I wonder why. Anybody care to tell me why they think Shiloh wasn't there? Do y'all want to hear why I think Shiloh wasn't there? Okay, I'll give it to y'all. She can't handle the truth. She can't handle the truth, and she knew that they was going to give it to her and give it to her real, okay? And I was like, dang, this was the time that I needed her to be there so I could see what the people had to say, because them people that was there know exactly what happened, and they was going to give us the real. And that's just on period, okay? But then Frank turned around on Crystal's channel and gave us the real, okay? We talked about that last night, so if you didn't see it, go check out Crystal XOXO interview with Frank, and then come check out my rant on it later, okay? After they come back from all the clips of Tyrone's journey, we were basically talking to Carrie and Tyrone about how everything went down between them two, okay? Tyrone then decides that, you know what? If I could reword what I said, I would reword it differently, okay? And he gave this beautiful little speech about, like, you know, how it's not her, it's him, basically, okay? Child, I was like, it's not you, it's me. That's basically what he said, okay? And, you know, she was really emotional about it, and she was happy, and she was like, oh, I needed to hear that. I definitely needed to hear that. And, you know, they cool now. They hugged it out, okay? Tyrone then slips up and calls Shiloh Carrie. I said, daggone, Tyrone, make up your mind who you want, because you was really wanting Shiloh there. Now all of a sudden you want to be calling Shiloh Carrie. Child, he must have knew what happened. It was like, I don't want to be associated with that. But anyway, Tanika, y'all, is shady. Because right before they went to break, she was like, when we come back, we're going to discuss Cornelius' journey and all his love connections. My bad, Camille. I'm just joking. I said, well, child, it's all the shade for me. I loved it. I don't know what it is about the female energy that was giving it to me, but it was giving it to me because I caught all of it, okay? So now, of course, we come back from the commercial break, and it's time to get into Cornelius' journey. What journey? And then they showed him and Courtney, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about Courtney. And I forgot about Courtney because Camille, okay? Because Camille started claiming daggone Cornelius so early. I mean, it was my boyfriend. I got a boyfriend from like day one, okay? So I kind of forgot about Courtney. But anyway, we watched the scenes of, you know, him interacting with Courtney. We watched the scenes of daggone, you know, Camille calling him a country bumpkin, being very disrespectful. And this is why I love the backstage, because everyone backstage was like, oh, wow, very disrespectful. It's very disrespectful. And I just don't understand why he's sitting on this couch next to her. That's not my business, right? Okay. Now, like, you know, like Sabrina said, what they do is irrelevant to me unless they pay my mortgage. But in this case, they do pay one bill, and that's my YouTube bill. So I'm talking about it, and that's just on period. When Cornelius is sitting there telling us about, you know, how him and Camille are like happy, and he can make his own decision, and he's a grown man, and he felt the same way that he chased her just as much as she chased him. I said, I couldn't tell, but okay. If you want to convince us that, then okay. I get to see her giving him, you know, his necklace, the AKA tracking device or whatever. And I'm just sitting here like, nah. Like, I felt uncomfortable watching Cornelius talk. Something ain't right, something ain't right, something ain't right. Okay. Even the ladies, when he was talking, was side-eyeing each other like, you hear this? Girl, you see this? Girl, what's going on? This is some crazy-ish, okay? Because not only were they making the side eyes, they started making the comments. And this is why I love the fact that Tanika let these girls say what they had to say, because that's how we got where we had to get, okay? Courtney says that she wasn't intimidated by the fact that Camille was being aggressive because she's a woman who chased men. And I said, okay, Courtney, that don't make sense. I don't know why you out here chasing men, but if that's what you want to do, sis, by any means necessary, do what you want to do, okay? Camille, like, what happened? I thought he wasn't going to use the word aggressive. What happened? I thought he wasn't going to use the word aggressive. Girl, if you aggressive, you aggressive. I'm so tired of people trying to say, oh, we can't use words against ourselves that absolutely fit our personalities. It absolutely fits. It fits you. Aggressive fits you, girl. They definitely ignore her when she started talking about the aggressiveness of it all because, girl, nobody's entertaining you. You entertain yourself, right? You're so entertaining. Okay, cool. Now, Aisha says that's not the problem. There was never a problem about you finding Cornelius. The problem was that you were interfering with him during the process. Okay, you were making it impossible for other people to get to know him because you were being a guard dog around him. Like, you definitely interfered with that man's process. Sabrina on the side, like, I still don't think that he's happy with the way the process played out. And I was like, exactly, Sabrina, I'm with you, sis. I still don't think that he's happy with the way the process filled out. I feel like he was pressured. The same way Sabrina said she felt like he was pressured into that relationship, we all watched him get pressured into that relationship. How many times did Cornelius sit up there and tell us how he was feeling, how he wasn't sure, how he wanted to take it slow, how he was seeing some types of flags, this, that, and the other, and all of a sudden he go home and you decide to leave with him? It sounds like pressure to me. So then Phil's in the backstage talking about something. Why they got Walter out there? I said, I don't know. They was like, I guess he's a good piece of furniture. He's like a vase just sitting there. And you cut the Walter and Walter's sitting there like, I said, yeah, why they got Walter out there? Child, for what? Walter, what was you about to say? What was his purpose? Child, they just wanted to fill up the seats. But okay. So then Zadie decides that she wants to cut in like Zadie does when it's always about Camille because for some reason she feels the need to defend Camille, okay? As though Camille cannot defend herself. And when she cuts in, we get to the point of the Brown Girl Squad, okay? We get to them saying that they feel as though they were saying that Aisha's not brown enough, Sabrina's not brown enough, and all types of stuff to be part of the Brown Girls Club. And Sydney cut in and said what she had to say. Child, was a whole mess, okay? Zadie want to sit there and try to make it seem like it's not what it is. Child, it's colorism. I don't care what any of y'all got to say. I remember I did say, I don't think it's colorism. No, I don't think it's colorism. But after hearing all the behind the scenes, tea and, seeing how nasty and mean they were being, it's definitely colorism, okay? They say that they just took a picture and they decided that they was all brown and that they looked good. And they just said, let's call ourselves the Brown Girl Squad. And I'm just going to say this as a brown girl myself. I do not approve of that group. Okay, because it's not positive. Nothing about that group is positive. Because in all actuality, if there was a Brown Girl Squad and it's supposed to be, positive, all the girls can be a part of it because everyone is melanated on that stage. If you didn't know, there's different shades of brown. Whether it's a light brown, a dark brown, a medium brown. I got mad types of browns in the back. Child, it's different shades of brown. So, it's definitely colorism. I don't care. It's colorism. The way it was presented this season is colorism. And that's the one thing that I wish Tommy was there for, because Tommy would have called it out, because y'all know Tommy don't like that colorism, okay? Because, he's a light-skinned dude, but he don't play when it comes to that colorism because he's probably been affected by it, okay? But they start going, back and forth. So Tanika says, listen, Zadie, can Sabrina be part of the brown skin girls? And Zadie was like, so did you just hear how she just talked to me? She can't even be my friend. She can't even be my friend. So then Sabrina got riled up and was like, B, you're nasty, you're a bully. You're nasty, you're a bully, okay? And this is the first time that I cursed, but you're nasty and you're a bully. Then Zadie decided that she wanted to get up and walk away because she's too good for this, okay? She's too good for this, okay? She was like, don't walk away now. You don't walk away no other time. I said, all right, Sabrina, tell it. Okay, you always want to cut in, but you don't never have nothing of substance to say. It's always on behalf of Camille. Once again, you done got yourself into something that had absolutely nothing to do with you. The same way you cut yourself into that whole situation with Camille and Aisha that had nothing to do with you. Like, what is Camille giving you? Is she giving you treats? Like, what's happening? Girl, okay, so she was like, I'll come back when I can talk. I can come back when I can talk. And y'all, it went on break. I said, this is a lie, okay? But right before it goes on break, Cornelius on the sideline talks something. I thought this segment was supposed to be my segment. Cornelius, no, it's not your segment. Nobody cares about you. You have no journey, sir. Your journey was being with Camille. Camille was your journey. Point blank, period. I don't know why they try to make it anything that it's not. Okay, you didn't have a chance to have a journey because you booed up with Camille and you let her pressure you into being with her. And now you want to sit here and convince us that you're not pressured and you don't regret it and you happy. And if that's the case, then do that and be that. And that's all I got for you. Okay. Now it's time to get into Frank's process. And to be honest with y'all, I am disappointed with Frank. Okay? After we sit there and we watch the clips of Frank being torn between Moomin and Sydney, you know, and how he had to make the best decision for himself, how he was at one point begging Sydney and didn't want to leave her, couldn't be without her, but then turned around and picked Moomin. Child, make that make sense, but okay. After we watched the clips, child, it got real. Okay? Tanika asked Moomin, so how's things been going between you and Frank? Frank says, be honest. Be honest. I think Frank should have shut up. Because Frank, you done made the whole Ready to Love nation not F with you. Okay? You should have just been shut up. You should have just shut up, okay? You should have never told Moomin to be honest, because when she went honest, child, she went all the way honest, okay? She says it's going nowhere. I said, nowhere? Tanika said, nowhere? Like, wait, what do you mean, nowhere? And I was like, right, what do you mean, nowhere? She said, it went absolutely nowhere. We ain't going no dates. We not dating. We ain't been nowhere. So then Tanika said, Frank, what's going on? What happened? And then Frank told us that, you know, he decided that he needed to regroup after filming. Okay, so she was like, you figured this out the day after? And he was like, no, it wasn't the day after. But child, you stopped talking to her the day after. So when did you figure it out? While you was on the beach in the sand? Telling her that you wanted to go on this journey with her? Was it then? Or was it because the cameras were no longer rolling? You had no reason to be with her. You had nowhere to promote your business anymore. So you decided to just cut all ties with this. Is that what happened? Because that's what it sounds like. Okay, he then tries to tell us that, you know, he likes to keep his relationships under lock and key. I said, then why the heck would you come on Ready to Love other than to promote your business? Because anyone who likes to keep their love life private ain't going on Ready to Love on a national television show to find love. So tell me, what other reason was it than the fact that you wanted to promote your business? Mr. Shake 'em up. Huh? Mr. Shake 'em up. Child, Frank pissed me off, okay? Frank pissed me off because the whole time he's trying to tell his side of the story, Courtney was in the background like, just be honest with her, bro. Just be honest. I say exactly. Be honest with her and just say, this wasn't it. This wasn't it. I only picked you because I was scared of rejection, because I was scared Sydney wasn't going to pick me. And to avoid being embarrassed, I just went with you because you was my safe bet. He tried to make it seem like, oh, when we hold hands, it just doesn't feel right. What? Y'all hold hands don't feel right? Child, like all the excuses you could come up with. Oh, I've been hurt before. Who hasn't? Who hasn't? I've been hurt before. You've been hurt before. All them people on that stage been hurt before. You wanna know why? Because they're all up here looking for love. Everyone has been hurt before. So you talking about you was hurt, it's a BS excuse, okay? And I'm glad that the women read you for freaking filth, okay? Because when Moomin got up there and she read you down about how you don't know what she been through in her past and how she's been hurt before and how you came up here and you did the same exact thing that she was trying to avoid, okay? Then when Aisha wrapped you all the way up together and told you don't get to show up in the world and keep hurting people, child, I said, y'all better get them together. This is what I love. I love the fact that Tommy was not there to stop these women from talking. Y'all can say what y'all want, call it ratchet, call it ghetto, call it whatever you want, but I was happy because he needed to hear it. He needed to hear. We're not gonna keep brushing these little things under the rug, not addressing stuff, and then it'll be like, we didn't find out nothing from this reunion. I'm glad that happened. Get them together. Because what you did was some pure F-boy-ish. You knew that you didn't want love. You knew that you wasn't coming up here to find love. You knew that you was attracted to Sydney. You knew that you end up falling for Sydney somewhere in this process, but was scared of rejection because you knew she was going to pick Phil. So you just went with Moomin. Instead of being an upstanding man like Sabrina was, okay, a wonderful woman, and choosing herself, you could have chose yourself, but instead you wanted to make it seem like you won something. So that people can like you. So that people can go out to your bars and buy your drinks. Get out of my face. Out of my face. with the BS. Then you want to get up on that interview, and because everybody was dragging you in the comments, you want to start talking about other people. No, keep the focus on how you're an effed up individual. Child, let's move on. Oh, before I move on, Zadie and Camille said something, and I was like, shut up. Don't even care if it's positive. Don't want to hear it. Okay, now we can move on. So now it's time to get into the ladies, okay? Now it's time to get into the ladies as a whole, okay? And all, you know, how everything started to get a little tense, okay? It was a little tussle and a little ruffle with the ladies. To watch the clips of them, you know, in deliberations about, you know, Zadie telling Sydney, that's not my name, okay? You call me by my name, okay? We get to see them at the table with Aisha. Ain't no hater in me. Ain't no hater bone in me, okay? Okay, we get to see Camille telling the people that she will whoop their behinds, ASS, if they eliminate Cornelius. Okay, we did see that, okay? So when it cut back from the clip or whatever, Zadie was like, did I say that? I said, yeah, you see how nasty you look on TV? You see how disgusting you look on TV? Okay. Now let's say you don't remember saying that. Girl, you watched that episode. Stop playing with me. Okay. Camille's like, that's a voiceover. That's editing. It's editing. It's a voiceover. So Tanika says, so what you're saying is that they like recorded your voice and like put it over it? Like, what are you saying, Camille? I didn't say that. So everyone's like, you definitely said that. You definitely, what do you mean you didn't say that? It's the editing, girl. It ain't no editing. Y'all, when Sabrina said, should I take off my shoes now? I said, child, go ahead. Go ahead, because that's what it's giving at this point. That's what it's giving, okay? Camille then says that she didn't say that she was going to whoop nobody's behind, and that they had voiced over her saying that. So we was like, oh, so then Tanika said, let us get the playback. So we get the playback, and we see her saying that she will kick they behind. Well, you know, whoop it. It's whatever, okay? And she was like, I was like this. So then they played it back again, and they did a zoom in, okay? It was a zoom in on the lips, okay? Because she tried to tell us that, you know, there was a voice over her lips. The lips read, I will whoop your ass. Child. It's sad that you can't even take accountability for what you said. Then you got the nerve that it's the editing, it's the voiceover. I didn't say that. Child, which one is it? Is it the editing, the voiceover, or did you say that? Which one? We got to take a vote. Did anyone hear Camille say that? I'm like, I did. I saw it when it filmed. I saw it when I did the video on it. I saw it when I played back the video. I saw it in this replay. And then the other replay y'all just did. Child, I saw it like 6 times. There's no way no one can say that she didn't say that. Nahum on the sideline talking about something. Oh, I heard it that time. Child, shut up. Shut up. Because Nahum, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Ooh. Okay. Tanika starts to ask Zadie, you said Aisha ain't have no connections, but so then Nahum wants to cut in. First of all, Nahum, no one was talking to you. Let's make that very clear. No one was talking to you, and no one asked you something. But because you felt like you needed to interject, let's do it, okay? Nahum basically says that no one wants to discuss the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room is that, you know, in like first deliberations, like 8 out of the 9 men said that they would pick Zadie. And I was like, oh, so you think you want a prize? Is that what's happening? You think that because 8 of the 9 men pick Zadie and you are now like, I guess probably maybe with Zadie, okay, it's giving that energy, that you won? Is that what this is about? Are you really trying to tell these women that they are jealous of Zadie? Are you really trying to say that all of this happening is because they're jealous of her? No, it's because she don't know how to shut her mouth. Because none of this had anything to do with her. She kept interjecting herself. No one else. Child, when Sydney said, can somebody check him? Can somebody check him? I said, somebody check him, please. She said, give him a peach. I said, give him a peach. Real Housewives of Atlanta because he made. Up here acting like a daggone female, cutting in. First of all, no one was talking to you, Nahum, for you to get up there and start running your little mouth, okay? Got the nerve to talk about something like they was jealous of her. Child, ain't nobody's jealous of no daggone Zadie. Zadie is pretty. Zadie's got a nice body. But so is like almost all of the women on that stage. Get out of my face and miss me with the BS. This was before the men even know how nasty she was. How much of a bully she was, okay? Yeah, she's a pretty girl, but that's not hard to find. And you still sitting up here defending her after you sat here and watched what she did to Dante. You just can't see it. Child, your ex was right. All you see is a big butt. All you see is a big butt. Your ex was absolutely right. And you're sitting up here and you're playing into it because you're foolish. You just as stupid. Like when Sabrina was like, they deserve each other. I said, girl, Sabrina... Y'all, Sabrina was giving me energy. She was giving me energy because I felt it. It was like she was saying what I was saying. And I was like, yes, girl. Do your own reviews. Child, the energy was definitely there. Okay. Tanika was like, back to the question at hand. Back to the question at hand. You basically was saying that Aisha didn't have any connections when we clearly saw her have connections. She had a connection with Phil. She had a connection with Dante. She had a connection with Frank. She had a connection with all these people. Aisha had the most connection out of everybody, and she really did the process to pick out who she wanted to wind down with. Okay, so don't sit up here and try to say she ain't have no connections and that everybody was jealous of her, jealous of you. Child, miss me with that, okay? During the process of all the back and forth, the arguing and the bickering, okay, Tasia decided that she can't take this no more, okay? Tasia got up and walked away. It was like, this is ghetto. This is ghetto, okay? Like we grown. 30-year-old people here arguing, going back and forth, blah, 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 blah. Like, this is ghetto. My mother's in the hospital. I don't need this. And I felt for her because that was a lot of, like, misdirected anger. Not saying that she didn't have the right to be upset with what was going on, but it was a lot deeper than the way, it was a lot more than just what was happening, okay? So I totally got it. But when Aisha said it's giving ratchet because we're calling them out on their BS, I said, whenever you call somebody out on their BS, it's always going to get ratchet. Because it's always going to get defensive. Because it's always going to be someone who can't take accountability for their actions. Because trust and believe, if this daggone girl, Camille and Zadie, would have sat up here and just took accountability for what they did, apologize like grown women, and move on, child, wouldn't have got ratchet nor ghetto. But I'm here, and I'm definitely watching. And I'm ready for part 2 because I need to see what's going to happen when it's time to get down to Dadia and Dante. Because I promise you, I know that we're going to get to the bottom of that. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Because one thing these women not going to do is let it slide. Okay? So I'm ready to hear what Sabrina got to say. And I'm ready to hear Aisha's input, child, because the women was out here giving what need to be gave, okay? You might as well call this Aisha and Sabrina reunion, Ready to Love the reunion. Let them host, child. We got all the answers we needed just from them two. Just from them two asking the questions, child. Okay? I'm excited to see the next episode. Do not forget to like this video. Do not forget to comment. Child, please let me know what y'all think. And subscribe, because listen, I'm not going to be out here recording these videos and watching these shows twice and taking these notes for y'all not to be subscribing. That's all I need from y'all, to like and subscribe and let me know what you think down below. That's it. That's all. That's it, and that's all. Okay? But anyway, y'all, I'm going to talk to y'all later. I will see y'all live for our Ready to Love discussion, because I know y'all got a lot to say. I know y'all do. We're coming back with a Married at First Sight review. I don't want to record it, y'all, but I really want to do a live. But the way my internet is acting in my house, I don't know what Xfinity doing, but they need to come fix something, because I can't go live and not trust that my internet going to be sturdy. So y'all might just have to get a whole, recording of it. Child, I don't even want to watch it again to record it. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Don't forget, like the video and subscribe and all that good stuff.